In this series that I'm doing, I really just want to point out how relationships are still happening, marriage is still
Mhm.
happening. People, especially people over 30, it's still happening. I
Ah,
know y'all, former master told y'all that we
oh,
left over
man.
after after 35, but that's not true. So I brought Candace on because her love story happened after 30 and she's still happy. Yo, party people, it's Ashley of SingleWomanChronicles.com, where I inspire single women to be the best version of themselves through healing and avoiding certain pitfalls in dating. And today's episode is brought to you by my book, How to X Your Ex, a guide to getting past unhealthy relationships. It's time to end the agonizing cycle of unhealthy relationships. Most people struggle with breakups because they just don't know how to start the healing process. How to X Your Ex is a step-by-step guide on moving past unhealthy relationships. Renew your strength and find happiness again by walking away from relationships that no longer serve you. Learn how to stop the overwhelming thoughts of your ex, get rid of the feelings of regret and shame, eliminate the crushing feelings of rejection, be at peace with your decision to leave, and be hopeful that there is better out there for you. You can get How to X Your Ex right now on books on Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Barnes and Noble website. All right. Listen, I know this episode about to slap because the people outside mowing the lawn already. Every time an episode about to slap, every noise is hitting. I'm talking my dog barking, they outside blowing horns, the neighbors arguing, the lawnmower. I'm excited, okay? You guys see someone else on with me. I have the beautiful Candace. Introduce yourself. Talk about your YouTube channel too, because you be on it. You see our hair is fabulous. Go ahead.
Yes, 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 yes. I am Candace, from Atlanta, Georgia.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say born in Atlanta, but close enough. I was here
Right.
since one, so I'm
Baby.
from Atlanta, Georgia. Um, so yes, I do have a hair and beauty YouTube channel, Candy's Hair Diary. Y'all go ahead and check that out. Check that out. I am a mobile stylist, a wife, and a mother, and a stepmom.
I love this. I love this. Okay. So, you guys know in society, it's very, very ghetto out here right now, right? And I feel like it's a lot of hopelessness being spewed. Like, if you notice, it's so many people that only want to talk about the negatives of dating, how bad the dating pool is, how people get divorced, et cetera, et cetera. Even, for example, recently, what is that TV show? Black Love.
Oh
People
yeah,
are talking about how like half of those people got a divorce, but they're not
yeah,
talking about the other half that stayed together. This
right,
is what I'm saying, because first of all, we already knew that. What's the
right.
divorce rate? 50-50. So while we gonna maximize and magnify the 50% that didn't stay together, but don't talk about the 50% that have.
Exactly.
So in this series that I'm doing, I really just want to point out how relationships are still happening, marriage is still
Hmm.
happening. People, especially people over 30, it's still happening. I
Ah,
know y'all, former master told y'all that we
oh
left over
man.
after after 35, but that's not true. So I brought Candace on because her love story happened after 30 and she's still happy, okay? Like, she's still happy, you guys. She is married, you guys. So I brought her on just to hear about her story. So first, let's get started and just ask her, how long have you been married?
7 years this year. So in January it'll be 8 years.
Wow. That is
Yes.
incredible. I wish I had like sound effects so I can clap. That is huge, okay? And you live in Atlanta, okay?
That part.
You
And
live
with somebody from Atlanta too.
That's another sound effect.
Mhm,
It's
mhm, mhm, mhm.
because they always say, "Oh, if you're in Atlanta, you need to move to go find your love." But why?
Yeah,
But why?
exactly.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about how you guys met.
Okay, so we were actually in school all of our lives together, did not really know one another like that. So we went to the same elementary school, same middle school, graduated the same high school. Our pictures are even on the same page in the yearbook. Okay.
Yo.
I never even realized this. Now, when I ask him this question, he always says that I was his high school crush. Yet he never said anything, Ashley. So he was real low key, real quiet. We even walked from the same bus stop together because we had the same mutual friends. But he never really talked to me, and I didn't pay attention to him. Sorry. Yeah,
You like that?
I did not. So after high school, I never seen him again. And went to college, lived my life, lived my best life in my 20s and all that good stuff. 13 years later, after I went through a breakup, um, he resurfaced
Mm-hmm.
and he hit me up on Facebook. Now, I was kind of like, I think I remember this guy. I think we went to school together. I think so. So then I wanted to do a photo shoot, and we have another mutual friend in common that's a photographer that we all graduated with. So I was like, how am I gonna do this photo shoot? I want to do a photo shoot with a guy. I've never done a photo shoot with a guy before, so I need some man meat. So I asked my friend, any male models that can fill this role. So he was like, I'll send you pictures, of a few guys, and you tell me what you think. So I was like, okay. So he was like, also remember Q who we went to school with? And I was like, vaguely. He's like, well, I just did a photo shoot with him for his personal training. So he's like, I'll shoot you the pictures and you tell me, if you think this would be a good look for your photo shoot. So he sent some pictures and I was like, okay, okay, he might, okay. He was
Okay.
like,
Was this before or after he had already hit you up on Facebook?
this was after he had
Oh,
already hit me up.
so you
Because
weren't. So were you not checking for him before he hit you? Like before the pictures, you really want to pick. What was it?
I don't even know. I just vaguely just like went around because he asked me, I think he asked me out on a date. And at
Mm-hmm,
the time when he did, I was
mm-hmm,
still in another relationship. So I was like,
mm-hmm.
I can't go out. I'm sorry. So
So about
then
how far between that time, like when he DM'd you, and then these pictures come in, and you like, oh, I'm paying attention.
it was probably like maybe like 4 or 5 months.
Okay, that's still a short time. Okay,
Yeah.
because the
Probably
guy
like
was like, let me move this other brother out the way so I can put the right brother in the way. Okay, okay,
there
all
we go.
right. So you see the pictures, and you're like, okay, I like it, and then what?
And then I was like, okay, so let's do this. So I asked my friend, hey, could you hook us up and
Mm-hmm.
ask him, can he be a part of the photo shoot? And he said, no, this is your idea, so you have to ask. So I was like, okay, I guess so. So I asked him, would you be a part of my photo shoot? Showed him the ideas that I thought. So he was like, well, I can't say no. So sure. So I was like, okay, cool. So then I had my theme was I forgot the name of that song. It was a Justin Timberlake song. Black tie, suit tie,
It's
something of the name.
playing in my head, but don't ask me no titles, girl. I'm more
Right, right.
like dun,
So
dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah.
So he was like, okay, well, you got to tell me what you want me to wear or whatever. So I was telling him, he was like, I don't have nothing in my wardrobe. So,
There's a person. All I
right.
got is white beaters.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I got. I don't know what you want me to do.
So I said, okay, cool. So we'll just get up. And he was like, yeah, we can just go shopping and you can pick out exactly what you want me to wear. So we met up on that Sunday. And every Sunday after that, we were together.
So y'all just basically made Sunday the day of love.
Sunday fun day. That was our thing.
So what did he say to you on that date to make you say, okay, listen, I'm about to take every Sunday and give it to him?
You know he just seemed like genuine,
Mm.
and he was very honest.
Mhm.
And at the time, well, yeah, at the time his son was like 4.
Okay.
So, and that was a whole new thing for me because I never dated and I swore off men with kids. I was like, I don't want to date no men with no kids because you go through that baby mama drama and I don't want to be part of that. No, no. And then the man probably like go back to the baby mama and
Mhm.
but this was actually totally different and it just caught me by surprise.
Right. What were the green flags that made you say, okay, I will date this man with a 4-year-old when in the past I never would do this?
I would say because he was like, here's my child, I have a 4-year-old. I asked him all the questions. Do you and your baby mama still get along? Do y'all still got communication like that? What's up with that? And he was like, you can meet her. Like I can set it up. I've already told her about you. And she is willing to meet you whenever you like. You can ask her whatever you want to ask her. So
Hmm.
I was
Okay.
like, okay, all right. Oh, okay. He was
Okay.
like, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Right.
He was like, you want to keep? You want to keep some place? You can have.
Right. Listen,
I was
listen.
like,
What's what you need?
okay, right, right. So when I met her, she was like, I've heard so much about you, and it's been all good things. She was like, it's nice to finally meet you. So I was like, okay, well, he wasn't lying about it.
Right.
Okay, okay. She was nice. She invited me to a baby shower and everything, child. It was, I
This
was
is new.
like,
This
this is
is new.
real new.
Where are the cameras? Somebody.
Where? I was like, okay. Yeah, I don't even know how to take this, but okay.
Makes sense. Yeah, that would make me a little bit more open. I think a lot of women, because I don't have kids, so when I consider, my first thing is like, how old is that baby? Because if that baby too young, I already it's too fresh. And then
Yeah,
two, what's the level of transparency that you have? Because a lot of men like to hide. Like they're so vague about, oh yeah, we dated such and such, but they're not gonna try to get you to meet her. They're not gonna ask you to talk
right.
to her, be fully, you know what I mean? It's gonna be kind of like you dipping and dodging. So definitely, ladies,
Exactly.
like don't discount your blessing, even if you don't have kids. I'm not telling you because I ain't gonna lie. Certain numbers turn me off. Like we could be vibing if you be like, yeah, I got 5 kids immediately, immediately,
Immediately.
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 I've noticed that. I've noticed that really it's 3. Like I remember talking to this guy at the bar and we was vibing and he told me he had 3 kids. Immediately I wanted to leave. I wanted to flee. I was like, that's too many, baby. Woo, Jesus. Oh no. Oh no, I ain't even got none yet. So if you had a 1 to your 3, that's 4. Oh Lord. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm good. Good. Listen, y'all judge your mama. Don't judge me. I don't have time to don't be judging me. Everybody's capacity is different. That's just not my capacity.
Okay.
Okay. It's not mine. I don't. But it's some women who can do it. I just can't do it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Me neither.
Anyway,
Me neither.
so y'all dating every Sunday. When did it lead up to? Okay, this is super serious. I can see myself marrying this person, and then that led up to engagement, then marriage.
Actually, okay, so we got together March of 2013. So by May
Mm-hmm.
of 2013, he was like, I think it was like actually like Mother's Day weekend. So he
Mm-hmm.
was like, I don't want to date anybody else. I'm actually not dating anybody else. I want to be exclusive and I think we should just, be in a serious committed relationship if you're willing. And I was like,
Time
well,
out. Flag on the play. So I wish I had a flag. I was looking for it. Okay, let me tell you why I'm looking for it. Do you hear how I'm talking to the people out here? Do y'all hear how she did not lead that conversation? She did not
yeah,
try
I did.
to coerce this man. He led this conversation. Okay,
Mhm.
that's the beautiful thing. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out because that's huge. Okay, continue. So,
And actually, that was a first for me.
mm,
So
mm,
I was like, Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not dating anybody else either, so that works for me.
Right. As well.
Might as well.
So you got together in May.
Might,
How long for the engagement?
right. Now, we got engaged 2014,
Okay.
on my actual birthday.
Oh.
Now, we are so goofy and we crack jokes. So the 2013 birthday and every celebration, he would give me like a piece of jewelry, but he would pretend like he was proposing.
Oh no.
So he would get on one knee, and I'd be like, "Boy, if you don't get up, because I don't know what you're
Right.
gonna do, stop
Right.
playing." So then one time it was like a necklace, the other time it was like a watch, the other time it was like a bracelet, then some earrings. But then we went to Raise on the River. I
Mm-hmm.
think this was Raise on the River location. So we went to Raise on the River for my birthday, 2014, and we got seated, sat down, and he had a thing before Atlanta really got bad, but he left his wallet in the car. So,
Oh.
they valet or whatever. So we're sitting down. He was like, I think I left my wallet in the car. And I'm just like, oh,
Right.
don't leave stuff like that in the car. So he was like, I'm gonna go, I'll be right back. Unbeknownst to me, it was the ring that he purposely didn't want to bring and put in his pocket while we were sitting in the car. So he had it hidden in the car. And while I'm sitting here like, oh, this man left
Right.
his
Right.
wallet in the car. Come on now, somebody gonna steal something. Come on, because he had a charger, and you know how those
Yeah.
cars are notorious.
Yep.
Yeah. So he comes back in, and the waiter is there. He's giving us the menu, going over the menu or whatever. And so he goes over everything. And then my now husband, he's just going through this whole speech. And I thought, because he's very sentimental, he
Okay.
was
You thought it
more.
was like, oh, this is just another birthday.
So then he's like, well, I want to celebrate this birthday with you, not as just my girlfriend, but as my fiance, soon to be wife. And I was like, sure. He was like, I'm serious. So he goes in his pocket and he says, will you marry me? And I was like, now I'm goofy. Okay. Everybody else is like, did you cry? Did you cry? I did not cry. I laughed. Okay.
It's probably because he done trick crowd wolf so many times before.
That part.
Taking this seriously.
That part. So I'm like, boy, stop. That was like, no, I'm serious. I was like, you serious? Serious?
Right.
It was like the ring is right here and waiting for you to say yes to put it on your hand. I was like,
did he open the box?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
he did open the box. But I'm just still like in shock mode because I'm like, I didn't see it coming. We didn't we hadn't really talked about it, but he always would introduce me in the past as, oh, this is my fiance or this is my wife. And I was like, you need to stop telling people that because they're gonna be looking for a ring. They're like, dude, this ain't your wife or your fiance.
I'm out. Like, I'm just another flag on the play. We got another flag on the play, ladies. Say what you want by Steve Harvey. Say what you want by Steve Harvey. But he don't be lying in certain parts. In that book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, he said a man is going to name you what he wants you to be. He is going to profess that before it actually happens. So you're saying that before y'all got engaged, he was already calling you his fiance and his wife. So if a man just calling you his girl and his little lady, that's what you are. That's what you are. Okay, continue.
So yeah, I'm like, dude, people are gonna be looking for a ring. You can't just be like, oh yeah, this is my fiance, this is my wife. So he's like, well, I'm just speaking into existence because I know it. I said, okay, honey. So then he proposed. I was just in complete. I think I was in complete shock that whole night. Just like, this is real,
okay? Right? You're kind of like, oh, okay, all right. Here we are.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. So Now he wanted to get married in 6 months. I'm like, I don't want. I need some time, my brother. This is a lot to plan. You're the groom. You ain't finna really plan to put in the details. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, we had a destination wedding in Cancun, which was epic to this day. I think we all both say that that's like one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
top trips that we've taken. Like 20 guests, wedding on the beach. Um, yeah, it was great.
Girl, you got me
Now,
notes now. I want to do wedding on beach destination. Now, what were you gonna say?
now I will say that first year of marriage,
Mm-hmm.
now that's where we learned about each
Mm-hmm.
other because we never lived together.
Gotcha.
Um, we just, visit. You come over my house, I come up your house, da 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 da. But to actually live together and to learn to communicate and to learn what this person like, what that person don't like, how to respond to that person, how to communicate with that person, that was definitely a learning curve and challenge.
How
But after that,
I was gonna say, how did y'all navigate that? Did y'all have like counseling? Did y'all just figure it out amongst yourselves? Like, how did y'all navigate?
we figured it out amongst ourselves.
Mm.
Actually, surprisingly.
Would you suggest to women, people will be like, don't shack up or whatever. Do you think it would have been easier if you lived with him before, or it still would have been the same? What you think?
I don't know. Because I thought about that. 'Cause I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
would it have been better for us to live together
Mm-hmm.
first than not live together? But I think it would have kind of equaled out to be the
Right.
same.
That's what I'm thinking. I know for
Yeah.
me, it's a no for me because I've done the shagging up before and ever since. I was like, yeah, this ain't my ministry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely not my ministry. But I
Right.
think it
Because
can
then,
still
too,
work
it can make them feel too comfortable and they don't have to really put in that much effort. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I want to know, for me, I want to know that you're here not for convenience and to save money, especially in this Atlanta housing market. I want to know that you're here for me. so, so
Right.
yeah. So going back, you were 30. How old when y'all started to date?
Girl, that's a good question. 30. 32.
32. Okay.
Because
So by that
I'll be
time,
42. I'll be 42 this year. So 32.
you're 42. Where?
I will be 42 in November,
Where?
girl.
I know her mom, and her mom looks incredible. So these are just great genes. You look
Thank you,
incredible.
ma'am.
Lord have mercy. So I hope on your channel you sharing youth. If you haven't, this is like what you should start doing now. Get you these anti-aging creams that you don't really need, but you can just promote. Anyway, so at 32, would you say that you were hopeful in love, or were you losing hope, or like how was that emotion?
Actually, you know what? I'm just going by my business, actually.
Mm,
Because I was like, after that last relationship, I was like, I just need a break.
mm,
So I ain't looking. And you know what? One of my best friends, she's always like, "Oh, I can hook you up with somebody. I can hook you up with this person." Da, 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 da. I'm like, please leave me alone, okay? Just let me be, because you hooked me up with this other person, and we see what
oh
that.
yeah. Oh no. Oh no. 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 No.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah. So what would you say? Now I can't say this because you met him. You said in 2013
Yes, we got
together
together. I
in
feel like,
2013.
yeah,
Now this was before social media was as big as it
right.
is now. So I do know there's a lot of comparison now more than there was, and there's also a lot of negativity being spewed out. So I think a lot of women have that hopelessness because of that. That I feel like back in the day we didn't have as much because we went to school before social media was a thing, which is crazy. But
Right. Right.
but even I know you. Do you still have a lot of single friends?
Half and half.
That's how
I'm
I
gonna
would.
say half and half. Like I got one best friend, she's single, we're the same age, and then I got the other best friend, she just got married last year, we're the same age.
Got you.
You know them both.
That's hilarious. Listen, been down since been down. So, what
Yes.
advice do you give single friends just about the wait and just to like stay hopeful? Because your person came and they came after 30, and I love to talk about that because so many people feel like, oh, after 30 it's a wrap, the dating pool sucks, especially in Atlanta, but that's not the truth for you. So what advice would you give someone who's like, dang, I'm losing hope?
I would say my whole thing is I don't like to go looking
Mm,
for love. I like to let it come to me.
mm-hmm,
And my mama always said, you put it out there, you pray about it, you pray about the type of
mm-hmm,
person that you want to come into your life. Don't just go out seeking just anybody. And like my friend that's single now, she's going not to put a business out there like that, but she's going through
name, it's fine.
yeah, she's going through something with her partner, and I'm like, you kind of just got to let it do what it do.
Yeah.
Work on yourself. If it's meant to be, it will be. If not, then you keep praying, and that person that you're praying for will either come out in him, or if not, the person that you are praying for will come in another person, and you won't see it coming.
Mhm.
But you still got to keep your heart open. You can't just be like, oh no. Especially, I know we have our. I always had a list. Like I
Mm,
got to be this. Now, I also had to take into account, am I everything on that person's list?
mm.
Probably not.
Girl, don't. Hey, slow down. That let it marinate. Let that marinate. I literally have never thought about that ever in life. Everybody, say it again. You said you had a list,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
but you had to think, am I everything on that person's list?
correct.
Because we be thinking we all that bag of chips and a list. We
Yes,
probably not. Wow.
we probably not. We probably slacking in some areas that we don't even think about.
Wow.
So, you know, we still gotta keep that in mind as well. So I'm
Mm,
like, just pray about it and let it come to you. Don't pressure yourself into just being with somebody just to be in a relationship with somebody because it never works. It never works.
What's the balance though between the list? Because I do feel like you need to know what you want and what your
Oh,
like
most definitely.
are. But like, are you saying just to still be flexible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
How much of your list was your husband?
How long?
No, I said how much of your list?
He was probably 85%.
80-20 rule. Let's go.
Yeah. He was probably 85. He was church going. He
Mm-hmm.
was, well, I never got a chance to meet his mom because his mom passed away before I was able to meet her, but he was a mama's boy, in a good way. Not like a,
Right, right,
you know. But he was very loyal, honest, he gonna tell you, and goofy and very loving.
I love it.
And he's more on the emotional, sensitive side because he always says, "I don't have any feelings," and I'm the more.
Wow. I love it.
So he's more of the sensitive. Let me know what you're feeling, or if we get into an argument, he's the more so. Nah, you're not finna just shut down and give me the silent treatment. We finna talk about this, and we finna get to the point, and
Mm,
then we can move on.
that is
So
beautiful.
I'm the Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Taurus,
Okay.
so we're both bullheaded. So I don't even know how that works, but he is the one that's like, I'll stay silent. If I'm mad, I'm working on myself. I'm working. I promise y'all, I'm working on myself. But if
Mm,
I'm mad, I will stay silent. And he's like, nah, we're not gonna do the silent thing. Tell me
mm.
what's going on. Let's get it out. Let's see how we can move forward. Da 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 da. And we move on. So I'm
That's so
like, oh, okay, all right.
hilarious.
And then
So
the next minute we back laughing. So it's yeah,
that's
it's a
so dope.
balance.
And then this is like 7 years of going through this. It's like beautiful. So what I would say, just from what I've gained, to put words for my followers, um, let love come to you. Have a list, but make
Yes,
it flexible. Let
yes,
love come to you. Don't chase it. Especially in this day and age where people are like, oh, the scarcity mindset. Oh, it's not enough fish in the sea now. You got to go chase it, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just like when you're chasing something, one is running from you. And two, if you're leading from lack, you're always going to experience it.
right.
Like if that's how you what you believe. So I like to tell people, like, listen, you got to recalibrate your mind and allow it to come to you. Now you
You
did
do.
say something that I hate to hear,
What?
because of my brain. Okay, I'm about to tell you what you said. You
Yeah.
said when you least expect it. Whew. Let me tell you, I've been working on this my entire life on how to least expect something. Because I'm like, how am I supposed to least expect what I want more than almost anything? How? But I do understand in your story, you came out of a relationship, you
Mm-hmm.
was over it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you more so, and then the fact that he had already DM'd you and you like whatever, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
out of nowhere. So I think I'm working on that to like let go. And I'm like, but God, you said to expect your blessings. I don't.
Right. Right.
So I
Right.
don't know. I'm working
Exactly.
on how to least expect. I don't know. Pray for me, y'all, because I don't know how to least expect. I'd be like, he
Where?
where he at?
Where?
I'm not
Where?
like I'm not on dating apps. I'm not out here chasing nobody. I'm not talking to nobody.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not in full pursuit, but when I'm in a space, I am kind of like,
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
how do I stop that? Do you know? Does anyone have answers?
You probably, if it's been embedded in you, it's hard to stop.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very hard to stop. And then you're like, if a guy's talking to you, like, could this be the one? Could you be?
I stopped that now. I did stop that. I stopped doing that.
Okay. Okay.
I stopped doing that. No, like I think my discernment is just heavier now. So like I can literally meet somebody and know right off bat, oh, this ain't.
Yeah.
Like I know as soon as we shake hands,
Yeah.
it's like as soon as we shake hands. But that's just from growth, my relationship with God, and just understanding that my attraction is a certain thing. Like if I'm physically attracted to you, don't mean I'm spiritually attracted to you or emotional. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm better at that. Now, if I can master this not looking over my shoulder all the time, I'm gonna be a beast. Y'all don't even know. But I'm still hopeful. But did you
But
want
and
to?
you know the messed up part is everybody has a representative. That's why I always tell my friends, we're all meeting each other's representative. You won't, and that's why I hate the whole questionnaire type of thing. Oh, what do you like to do? Oh, what do you like to? Oh, what's your favorite color? Oh, what do you like to eat? Why? Because now you're gonna try to be all the things that I just told you, and now I
Exactly.
have to wait to see if you're gonna slip up and be your real, true self, so I
Listen.
can see. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think a lot of us, instead of like, I think we're so enmeshed in that person and what we want that person to be that we kind of like lose sight of how we feel with that person.
Yeah.
Because like even in your story, I'm hearing you felt safe, you felt led, you felt,
Yeah.
validated, like you felt at peace, you felt like,
Right.
oh, we're good.
Right.
But I
Right.
think we get in these situations and we're so used to not having anyone and we wanted somebody that we start to lose sight, like, hold on, no, I really like him, but I don't feel safe in this space.
Right.
We question us, me, myself. That's not good. So I think if we
Right.
start to I think we would know quicker or leave quicker if we start to focus inward, like how do I feel with this
Mm-hmm.
person versus how I feel about this person. That
Yes.
like we got to be free. We got to be
Yes.
free. All right. So, what advice would you give to the ladies who are still waiting on their person? They're in their 30s. They're just, feeling like they're losing hope. What would you say to them?
I say, well, don't lose hope. No, don't never lose
I,
lose hope.
I don't want to just cap it off at 30s, even 40s. My mom got married for the first time at 50. It can always happen. So,
It
in
can
the
always happen.
losing hope. Okay, continue.
Yeah,
You say, don't lose hope.
yeah, because you see stories about people finding getting married in their 60s and 70s.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, and you like, I don't know how much longer you got to live, baby, but
But
I don't
when
want to
you
be.
alone,
But yeah, definitely don't lose hope. I say
mhm,
focus on yourself.
yeah,
But not so much that you ignore
mhm,
somebody that could be your potential.
right.
But focus on yourself, pray about it, and pretty much don't lose hope. Keep sight,
Yeah.
what you want, speak it into it, always, always speak it into existence.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah, that's beautiful. And it sounds so simple and cliche, but it's like when you really apply what you just said, which is keeping hope alive, which is always thinking it can still happen. That's one.
hmm,
And then two, focusing on yourself. I have noticed that my anxiety for partnership has decreased because I'm more inward. Like
mm,
I'm enjoying the relationships around me. I'm going outside, baby. Outside is a movement for me. Like, I'm not waiting on nobody to have fun and do. No,
yes,
I'm enjoying myself, focusing on okay, what are the hobbies that I need to cultivate? What do I need to, I guess what do you call it? Uh I can't think of the word right now, but what what do I need to improve upon in this season that I can do by myself? Because you can. And then
right.
like speaking it into existence. Listen, the Bible say life or death lies in the power of like your tongue. What
Hmm.
if you always saying ain't nobody out here, ain't nobody gonna be out there for you.
Ain't
If you
nobody
always
gonna be
saying,
out here.
I used to joke, oh, I'm gonna die alone. Like I used to make that joke, but deep down inside I felt like
Mm.
you got to
Oh
stop saying
wow,
it. You got to, and I see a
yeah.
lot of people in my comments. I see so many women in my comments say, you know what, I just don't think love is meant for me. And they're
Mm.
saying that because they're losing hope. And it's like, you can't say that. You have to. Some days I'm in prayer. I'm literally thanking God for my husband and I ain't got no prospects.
Hmm.
But it's just,
But that's how you have to be.
and you have to. So, and I
That's
would
how
say
you have
limit,
to.
to add on to yours, limit negativity on what you're
Yeah.
like watching and listening to. Like change your
Hmm.
algorithms on Instagram, change your
Hmm.
algorithms on your TV. Don't be watching everything that's going left. Divorce. No, watch some love stories, honey.
Yeah. And if
So
you have to change the people around you, do the same thing too.
point blank in the period.
Because they can bring that all that type of energy and all that into you too.
That's very true. You better
And
preach
see,
this.
I think too, because like my parents, and they just celebrated 38 years together, and I'm
Wow.
like, you're right. So I'm like, yeah. I mean, just because you're together sometimes doesn't mean you're happy, which
Hmm.
totally is a thing. But and some people might not want to be married.
Hmm.
Sometimes marriage is not a goal for people. They
That's
just
true, and that's
want to be.
okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I mean,
Hmm.
it's not everybody's, goal or whatever. But for me, it is. I want somebody to be able to, well, we have kids now, but to have kids with and to grow old with and take
Right.
vacations with, retire. Oh, we finna go off. All right, I see y'all. Me and your daddy gone.
Like, leave us alone. We out here.
Yes. Yes.
Outside, I told you, outside is a movement for us.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And I know this is going to touch some souls because you done already dropped some gems. You done let people know. You done validated some things. So remind them again on how they can follow you on YouTube or social media.
Yes, follow me on YouTube and Instagram, Candy's Hair Diary. Both platforms is the same name. So
Okay.
go ahead and check that out. Also on TikTok, same
Mhm.
thing, Candy's Hair Diary.
Mhm.
And yeah,
All right. Well, thank you again. Bye, girl.
bye.